Buenas, buenas! Good morning, everybody. How are we doing on this martes? Ooh, cold? I know. Me too. Anyways, guys, thank you again for always listening to Café con Colu because Colu loves you and you should love me. Anyways, so I decided to give you guys some updates, some stats on how the podcast is doing because people always ask me. So I'm like, you know what? Let's give the people what they want. So I have I have over 1,000 plays. And for people that don't know what that means, it just means my podcast has been played over 1,000 times. And no, it's not me putting everything on loop. I got the fans for that. Thank you guys. I love you all. But yeah. So some of the numbers that I didn't see, so unfortunately, I'm still at 25 states, but fortunate enough, because that's freaking awesome. That's half. So all the other states that still haven't sent me love, I still think about you, and I bet if you guys listen to me soon. Ooh. Anyways, so 75% of my listeners, this is only for the actual podcast. So 75% of my listeners are from Apple, and then the 20% is from Spotify. And then there's of course, there's other numbers for the 5% is from other stuff. And then from Spotify only, it's female is 51%. Male is 48%. So thank you to all the guys that love to listen to me too. I love you all. Besos a todos. Age-wise, we have from 18 to 22 is 7%. 23 to 27 is 39%. 28 to 34 is 39%. 35 to 44 is 12%, and 45 to 29 is 3%. So I got a wide range from 18 to 60. That's pretty awesome. So thank you everybody that listens to me. Love you bunches. Y luego, I always wonder who exactly in Colorado listens to me. So I looked that up too. So my top two, of course, Greeley and Denver. Thank you. And then we do have Littleton, Steamboat Springs, Fort Collins, Westminster, Broomfield, Windsor, Loveland, Aurora, Inglewood, Arvada, Colorado Springs, Brighton, Gill, Alta, Woodland Park, Golden, Johnstown, Thornton, Sterling, Pueblo, Milliken, Holyoke, Lafayette, Parker, and Platteville. Thank you, everybody that listens to me in the beautiful state of Colorado. I love you all with all my little heart. You guys are my favorite. But yeah, so I decided since, we do have a good range of male and female that listen to me, how about we do a little more cutesy, I help you, give you ideas on where to take your significant other on dates, fun activities for this winter season, all that good jazz, because I'm I know half of y'all are boring, so let me help you out a little. A sister will help you out. Anyways, so one of the things, the people that know me know I love me some beer. I drink like a Theo, I drink like a man. Me and beer are that I could drink beer for the rest of my life. And I know people say it's carbonated bread water. You're carbonated bread water. Okay, thank you. Just kidding. Anyways, so I've always wanted to do a brewery tour, but unfortunately I haven't yet. So I did look up what are the best breweries in Colorado as of 2022. So let me tell you some so you could take your significant other if they do love more of that brewery type, more chill, very Colorado, I would say. Very Colorado, put on your Uggs, put on your leggings, put on your Patagonian sweater and, go grab a beer. Go drink some IPAs. So the list goes Burnt Family Artisan Owls in Denver, River North Brewery in Denver, Great Divide Brewery Company in Denver, Horse and Dragon Brewery Company in Fort Collins, Golden Block Brewery in Silverton, and then Left Hand Brewery in Longmont. So 3 in Denver, 1 in Foco, 1 in Silverton, and 1 in Longmont. So you guys have a range. I know Estes Park, I couldn't find the name, but I know in Estes Park they have a brewery, and then you could do a tour and everything. It looks very cute. I've seen it. So that's another option if you want to be cutesy. And then you guys can go visit the Stanley, go do a a ghost tour, go get some taffy, be a Coloradoan for a day. Go tourist in your own city. Like, how fun is that, Anyways, so food, guys. So food-wise in Denver, here's some couple options. So I would say Toro Latin Kitchen and Lounge. It's a very bougie restaurant. It looks beautiful. Google it, look it up on TikTok. You'll love it. If you're feeling like, you know what, let me impress this bitch, there you go. I got you. One of a kind is también. It's a very bougie place, very cutesy. They have cute cocktails and everything. So there's another one. If you're now feeling in the mood for American music, American food, you can always try Foraged. Foraged. It's an upscale Japanese restaurant. So yeah, if you're like, you know what, let's switch it up a little. There you go. If you're thinking more casual, you're like, let's test the waters here. Let's test the waters out here with my day. A ver, you can always do Avanti Food and Beverage. You can see what we're working with, and maybe for the next day, se van a Toro Lion Kitchen. And then, guys, if you guys love like shrimp broil, like the whole like sausage, crab legs, crawfish, shrimp, all in a bag. Since we don't have a boiling crab here. Was it boiling crab? I don't know. The one they have in California. Since we don't have one, Juicy Seafood in Aurora, hands down, the best. I love it. I crave it all the time. I mean, it is a lot of fattening porque like lo mezclan con toda la butter y todo, pero you guys, it's okay. A couple calories. It's all seafood, so technically it evens itself out. Like PEMDAS. So yeah, again, nobody's gonna know the difference. But yes, I love food. If you guys have any other food recommendations as well, let me know. I could talk about it in another episode too, like an update. But yeah, if you guys also I would think I would remember, but my mind went blank right now. There's like this food truck place in Thorin. It's a bunch of food trucks, very yummy food también. If your date's craving one thing and you're craving another, so you're like, hey, let's go over here. They can get tacos, you can get a chicken, or they can get seafood, and you can get like Salvadorian or Colombian food, or Venezuelan food. So it's like, or you guys can just go around and try different food. That's cute. That's adorable. Get a little appetizer here, little appetizer there. Oh, and then their agua de horchata. There's a stand with agua de horchata and these cute little vasitos. Fire, just saying. Anyways, some date ideas. I know all y'all are boring and like to do nothing. So quieren ir a View House or go to Tejano and then that's it. Like, no, let's have fun. Let's go on an actual date, So here are some date ideas that hopefully you guys decide to do and enjoy. So, for all my people that are more like crafty and love like the DUIs, please don't like DUIs. Please don't not get DUI. DIYs. Oh my god, you guys, this is gonna be a good episode. The DIYs. There's this place in Denver called a Weathered Wick, and you can go make candles. Like, honestly, I know we all love some candles. We all love the Bath and Body Works, TJ Maxx, Ross. Like, we all love some good cedarwood. I don't know. But yes, you can go make candles, pick different flavors, make different sizes y todo. Like, honestly, that would be cute. And then if you live with your significant other, you guys can have it at the house. So every time you turn it on, you would remember about your cute little day. You're like, that is so cute, you guys. I love all that cheesy stuff. So if you guys are more like, you know what, let's go get some cocktails and vibe. There is a place called Run of the Roses. They do have very cool cocktails going on and stuff. So that's another option if you just want to like vibe and get some appetizers or something and just drink, sometimes you just want to vibe and or you could go there, network, take a friend, take a buddy, take a good sugar daddy, take somebody. But yes. And then, speaking of beer again, there's this place in Denver. It's called a beer spa. So it's a spa, of course, with beer. And there's like a tap room. So like you can they have a bunch of beers and stuff that you can pour yourself and everything. What they are most known for is their 90-minute soak of beer. So you like soak in a beer, and it's a European inspired herbal beer bath. So you sit there for 90 minutes, sorry. You sit there for 90 minutes, you soak up, you can drink beer, you can drink water, whatever, to stay hydrated. You can have snacks and everything. It's this like big old, like, I would say like a mini, like pool, I would say. But like your whole body's in there. So like you're just soaking, you're just vibing, you're indulging all the juices, like, ¿qué más quieres? Wet and beer? Come on, guys. If you want to be a little more dangerous, there's an axe throwing place called Axe Whooping. I've been there, and it's actually kind of fun. I went axe throwing, I think it was last year? Yeah, last year in around August. It was my first time, and it was actually kind of fun. And I'm a very competitive person, if nobody has noticed. So after a while, we were making it more like a competition of who can, make it in the bullseye better, or who can do this and who can do that, throw it with your right hand or throw it with your left hand. And I'm, of course, left-handed, but I made my right arm stronger for some reason. So like I do everything mostly with my right, like sports-wise. So, I was more like doing better with my left and my right. So, if anyone wants to go axe throwing, let me know. Oh, and then this. I don't know if they're going to be open for the winter now that it's getting cold, but I'm pretty sure until it like starts snowing or whatever. But there's also the Sunset Swan paddle boats. You guys, I'm so sorry. I cannot speak right now. Sunset Swan pedal boats. You get on this swan. I got on this last year. It was so cute. It was very like, and then, so yeah, you and your other person, your plus one, you get on these swans. It's a little scary because I'm very scared of, open water because I almost drowned in the ocean in Mexico. I'll tell you guys the story in a little bit. But yeah, so like, and then there's not much of a wiggle room there. And honestly, I feel like these swans are not very, thick person friendly because me and my date were a little on the thicker side, voluptuous, thicker than a Snicker. And then the water kept coming up on one side, and I got scared that we were gonna fall over and drown. And we're both scared of water, so that would have been fun. I mean, at least I can swim to like safety, but I can't float. So if I fall in there and freak out, I'm dead. Which is how I almost drowned in the middle of the ocean. Let me tell you guys a story fast. So I went to Puerto Vallarta, and I went snorkeling with Jahaira. And she's like, let's go snorkeling. And I've never been scared of water until that point. And then I thought it was going to be more like you're going to be like in a little corral in the water, But no, these people literally drove us into the middle of nowhere, dropped us off in the water, and they're like, okay, go snorkeling. So I was like, okay, cool. So you go from the big boat to the little boat, and then the little boat takes you like a couple miles away, and then that's where you jump out and start snorkeling. Well, me thinking I'm this badass person, I jump off the boat, I was fine, I was vibing, and de repente the waves started getting big, and I started getting water in my mouth. I started sinking a little. It was so scary. I started having a panic attack in the middle of the ocean. Honestly, well, of course I was wearing a life vest because I don't know how to float. Pero like, and then after, like, I just started sinking de tanto que me estaba moviendo because I was like literally panicking, you guys. I was panicking so bad. And then at this point, Jahair was already over there swimming like Michael Phelps. And I'm over here like, okay, either I scream for help or I drown. So I started screaming for help. And then the lifeguard, or not the lifeguard, but like the person that's in charge, he comes in his little boat, like, I vengo. He pulls me back on the boat. And I'm like, oh my God, that was freaking. He's like, ¿Cómo estás? ¿Estás bien? Sir, I thank you for trying to calm me down, but no, I am not fine. And I mean, at the end of the night, he ended up knowing the owner of one of the clubs downtown in Puerto Vallarta. So, I mean, we got the hookup. So I guess me almost drowning was fine. But after that, I was like, I hate open big bodies of water. Like, even if it's a lake or river, I don't care. Like, en serio, like, it freaks me out. Like, I've gone to a lake and stuff, and like, todavía me meto in the water. But I still have that irrational fear, okay, I'm just gonna drown, because it was so scary. Because I was in the middle of the ocean. I was like, I viene un freaking shark and it's gonna come eat me because, I'm delicious. And, I was just like, dude, like, I don't know. But yes. So back to the swans. So yeah, if you and your significant other are a little thickums, I don't know if there's a weight limit. You might want to check, because I'm telling you guys, the water was coming up on one side and I was like, this is scary. But yeah, it's really fun. We did it in the day. You could do it at night and then the swans light up. Yeah, so you just pedal and you go in this big old circle. There's like a fountain in the middle, whatever, and stuff. So I was like, oh, that's adorable. That's cute. But yeah, so there's another option there. But for more of the winter activities, because we all love us some winter activities, tubing. Oh, tubing is so much fun. Because, I mean, everyone always asks me, you're from Colorado, you've never been skiing or snowboarding. Actually, snowboarding and skiing is very expensive, if you guys have never noticed. And, no, like, of course, like, my parents never took us, so it wasn't like a thing like, oh, let's go. I've always wanted to go snowboarding, but it scares me because they say, see, if you don't know how to snowboard right, and with your feet, like, if you fall a certain way, you can hurt your ankles, and I already have a bad ankle, so like, it kind of freaks me out. And skiing looks kind of boring, so I'm like, well, do I risk breaking my ankle or do I not? So I would say tubing is a great alternative. You just get on the tube, go down a hill, and it's the funnest thing ever. I went tubing with my friends maybe about 2 years ago. We went to Echo Mountain. It's kind of a far drive, but it's not too bad. It was a really scenic route. Very cute. We had brunch, we went tubing, and then we ended up at Cantón Cantina. I don't know how. It was so much fun, I would say. So yes, go out tubing. And it's very kid friendly. So, if you have kids, take your kids, your significant other's kids, take the whole family, F it. It's fine. I can't remember how much it was, but it wasn't too expensive. But yeah, you might have to reserve it ahead of time. We did, so that way we could get a time slot. And then, I don't know if all the tubing places are like this, but the one we went to was Echo Mountain, of course. And yeah, you have like an hour of tubing, I think. So you had to be there at your certain time. And I think it was better like that, because that way you can get on it more, because there's less people during that time frame, instead of like this big old line of like 50 people and you have to wait in line, So I think it was like maybe like 20 people, but it went by fast. So it was good. So that's that. There was also a tubing place called Colorado Adventure Park. And then Frisco Adventure Park. The Frisco one looked kind of cooler. It did look a lot bigger. I've never been to the other ones, just the Echo one, so I wouldn't be the best at it telling you guys about that one. But yes, for sure, Echo Mountain, I recommend. So, another place I've always wanted to go, but I feel like it's super, 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 super cold. But it's like, I guess that's the whole point of winter, though. And especially being in Colorado. Pero son los ice castles in Dillon. I've seen people post it all the time, every year, and I'm like, I want to go. Pero también que I just hate the cold. I hate being miserable, I would say. So, y luego también, am I gonna have to wear a lot of layering? And I don't like to be comfortable. I'm like, I don't want to wear like 2 pairs of pants, 7 sweaters, a beanie and a scarf and some gloves. Like, that doesn't sound like fun or enjoyable. Like, I'm already thick. You know, put more layers on me. I'm gonna look like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Like, no, please don't. But yes, that's another option. You could take your significant other to, and it's kid friendly too. So I say llevan a los críos. So yeah, that's another place. I was looking also at Winter Park Express. What I was looking at was you can take the train from Denver, y luego te lleva allí, and then you can, do all the skiing stuff, all that stuff. So you can go skiing, you can go snowboarding, you can just go chill. I think there was tubing too, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, I'm sorry. But they have like restaurants and you can eat and you can stay there all day. Y luego, of course, the train will take you back. So I was like, you could do like an all day trip there. Like, how fun. So, the train takes you back y todo. I'm like, that seems like a good time. Y luego, for all my gamblers out there, I'm not much of a gambler person. I use those penny slots, and then after 10 minutes, I'm mad because I just wasted $50 on nothing, and I won 50 cents. So woo! I think the most I ever won was like $20, I think. And then I put it right back in the machine because I was like, but whatever. And yeah, I ended up losing money, but it was fun. It's part of the experience. If you're over 21, of course, you can gamble in the state of Colorado. I don't know if anywhere else, but for sure in the state of Colorado, you do have to be 21 and over. So sorry to my youngies. But yeah, you can also do Black Hog, or some people call it Central City. I mean, they're right next to each other. I don't know what the difference really is. But it's in the mountains. The roads are very curvy, very, they're a little freaky. So be careful driving through there. For sure. You can always stay. They do have hotels and stuff. So, I mean, if you both like to do that, you could always do like a trip, there. Ameristar is where I think I've stayed before, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, it's very nice. I mean, literally the hotel is connected to like the casinos and stuff. So like, you can play, you can go check in, you can relax or whatever, and then like, go back and go back downstairs and play, and then go eat. There's a Starbucks there. I'm pretty sure it's freaking Ameristar, and if it's not, I'm very sorry that I'm telling you guys the wrong place. But yeah, there's Starbucks there, so you can get your Starbucks. Don't forget that if you're playing, you do get free drinks if they see you that you're playing, because they want you to stay there longer. So I mean, spend your money and you get a free peda and you get to just vibe and chill. I know there's also other place. There's other places. There's other casinos you can walk to. They're all very walkable. You kind of pretty much just cross the street. Y luego está otro edificio, and then there's another one. The time where I actually like went and played, that's what we did. We played on one of the casinos, and then we crossed the street and went to another one, and then we went to another one. Como te digo, I just like to play the machines. They were playing more like the tables and stuff. I don't know how none of that works. I'm like, I'm just gonna stick to my table so I don't look like a dumbass. But when we went, it was still during COVID. It was like in the winter of COVID. So was it 2020? No, it was last year, if I'm not. So, like, it was still restricted, so I don't know what it looks like now. But, I mean, it's still fun. Like, it's an experience. Like, I've never really, like, gambled and stuff, so it was fun to go. Would I ever go again? Probably not, because it's not my cup of tea, but if they would want to go again, I would be down to go with them again. Probably not, like, an all-day thing, but it's like, we'll go for a little, and then we'll go do something I like, And always, you guys, you always have to think about what the other person likes and doesn't. I mean, it's always nice to accommodate. It's like, oh, well, I don't like to do this, but they like to do it. Let me do it with them, because they enjoy it, and, vice versa. Because it's always, like, boring when it's just, like, what they want over and over and over, So always think about your significant other and what they like to do, If your like, significant other likes to watch anime, Dragon Ball, and you're like, what is this nerd things? Just watch it with them. But if your significant other likes going to Las Vegas and watching Britney Spears for 10,000 times, pues ya que, you're in Vegas. This is a scenario of my sister and her husband or fiance. They're in front of me, so... They're funny. No, but they're como te digo about the accommodation, they like to accommodate each other very much. I think one accommodates more to the other, but I'm not gonna throw the other one under the bus. But yeah. So yes, guys, as boring as Colorado is, it's not as boring as, but yeah, I just thought, give you guys some ideas and where to go have fun and stuff. If you're new to Colorado, welcome. I've met so many people that are new, in Colorado. They're from like Minnesota. I met some Minnesota, some New York. I met some Alaskans. I was like, oh, how fun. And yeah, like Colorado's honestly, it's not as boring as people make it seem. You just need to go and explore. Colorado's very outdoorsy. So, you have to go do the outdoorsy stuff. You have to go to the mountains, you have to do this, you have to do that. Coloradans really don't like to stay indoors, as you can see. I don't know I like to be an indoor Coloradan. So, you can always go to the Rocky Mountain National Park. So yeah, go to Rocky Mountain National Park, go to Estes, Breckenridge, Vail, Aspen. Those are all the key ski places, all the bougie places. If you guys were thinking more like hot springs, there's like Glenwood Springs and Steamboat Springs. So there's that. Go that way into the mountains. Go the opposite way of wherever you're at. Go the other way. So you guys can explore that as well. If you guys do want more recommendations on maybe places more local, like Greeley and Fort Collins, I got you. I just mentioned Denver because I feel like Denver just has more options, and I just like sometimes going to Denver instead, porque there's just more options. Greeley's more like a city. I wouldn't say it's like a big city, but it's more like you can't do much here. I feel like it's more like a family town. So, you kind of just go eat, go to the movies, and then that's it. And then for college is more college-y. So, también, like, you're going to go eat, you hang out with your friends downtown, and then that's it. So I just felt like Denver had more of, like, that bigger option and stuff. But yeah, guys. Thank you for another episode of Café con Colu. Ooh. But yes, of course, as my little spiel as always, I am on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!